What's happening, everybody? Nick Martinez, the Keto Dad here, and happy Halloween. Oh my goodness. It is October 31st. I can't believe it. We're back to Halloween already. We're going to talk today about sugar, how I keep sugar cravings, sweet cravings at bay, because I'm telling you, it's all around. I'm just looking at my kids. We haven't even gone trick-or-treating yet, and they already have 2 bins full of candy. We do the Switch Witch here, which is really helpful. The Switch Witch is this, kind of like the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy that comes and they put their candy out and they Switch Witch leaves them a small toy. Get the candy out of the house, get the temptation away. And that's one solution to keep the sweet cravings, is just not having it in your house, giving it all away, not saving any for yourself. Another solution we're going to talk about here is ketones, because this is a true way, and I'm going to talk about the science of why you crave sugar, why you crave sweets, why that chocolate is calling your name. There's actually a reason to it, which is interesting. The more that you learn about it, the more there's things that you can do in order to keep it from happening. Other thing I'm going to talk about today is ketones are on sale for Halloween, up to 31% off. Store-wide, everything in the stores, 25% off if you're just getting started, but if you set up a smart chip, it's 31%. If you're already a VIP member, it's 31% off. So type Halloween in the comments, type Halloween. If you want the details on the sale, if you're watching the replay, just type the word Halloween. I will get you the special link in order to take advantage of it. You're going to love it. So type where you're from in the comments. Give me a little shout out. Say hello. Let's talk about cravings. Let's talk about sweet tooth. And if you're hopping on, tell me what your favorite candy is. Like if there's a candy that calls your name, if there's something from Halloween that you're just like, oh my gosh, I got to have that. What is it? What's up, Rosalie from North Carolina? How are you? Let me see what I can find in my daughter's candy bin here. What is your favorite? They had Trunk or Treat on Friday, which we provided a trunk, which is pretty fun. And they both they're gonna kill me if I steal their candy. I won't steal their candy. The Switch Witch will. The Switch Witch will. They pick out like maybe 10 or 15 or 20 pieces, which they only eat like 1 or 2 a day. And then the rest of it goes to the Switch Witch. And I think Callie, she got one of these little mini rubber duckies. It was like tiny, like a baby rubber duck. And you can find them on Amazon. You can get bags of like 100 of them. She wants to give them out to her friends. She wants those from the Switch Witch, which, hey, is way better than a bunch of candy. Okay. What is your favorite candy? If you had to pick a candy, what would it be? Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. We got Twix. Let me flip this around. I was asking Keto Boss the other day. I thought she was a Kit Kat fan. She's always loved Kit Kats. I said, if you had to pick one candy, what would it be? She said it was Twix. That was like her go-to. I'm not a big candy guy. When I was a kid, I used to love these Butterfingers. I don't know if you were a Butterfinger fan or not. So much fun. I was never a Crunch fan. Snickers, I was like, Three Musketeers, I could really take or leave. These are all the chocolates in here. Milky Ways, You know what I did like, though? I did love Skittles. And Gobstoppers were always my jam. Gobstoppers. These are Nerd Chews. Look at that. Nerd Chews. So funny. Snickers, Cindy. All right, if you can hear my voice, type where you're from in the comments. And tell me what your favorite candy is. Like, what's your go-to candy? Can you guys hear me? I don't see any comments coming through. If you can hear me, type where you're from and tell me your favorite candy. All kinds of candy, hard to resist, says Rosalie. I see one comment. Who else is here? Come on, get your typing fingers out. Strong. What's up? So you're from Maine. Awesome. Who else is on? Where are you from? Type where you're watching from in the comments. And what's your favorite candy? Would love to know. All right, let's talk about how to cut your candy cravings and why you have sweet cravings. So the main reason that we have cravings is twofold. One is our blood sugar roller coaster that most people are on. Blood sugar goes up, people produce insulin. A lot of people who are diabetic, pre-diabetic, the sugar is not coming out of the blood. So what does the body do? It's produce more insulin. All of a sudden, the blood sugar starts to not just fall, it starts to crash. And now the brain says, oh my gosh, we're going to die. And so what does it do? It tries to go find more food. It says, hey, quick, we need to get a quick hit of sugar. We need glucose to the brain fast. We don't want the brain to die. Okay, that's one reason that you have cravings, blood sugar roller coaster. Second reason that you have cravings is because most of us over the age of 30 are diabetic, pre-diabetic, or are insulin resistant at some level. I'm not diabetic, pre-diabetic. I'm very healthy metabolically. However, I am more resistant to insulin today than I was probably when I was 20 or I was 15, which means I don't process glucose in the same efficiency. Which means if you're over the age of 30 and you've ever ate more sugar than you needed, you're in a state of somewhat of insulin resistance, which means your brain doesn't always get the food that it needs. It doesn't always get the fuel that it needs. And your brain, if you're tracking so far, type tracking in the comments, type tracking. What's up, Audrey? What's up, Darlene from Nova Scotia? How are you? Hey, Michael from Southeast London. Like London is in the UK. What's up? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Patricia. Now the comments were coming through. Man, Facebook is so odd. All right. If you just hopped on, type where you're from, and then tell me your favorite candy. Like, what's your go-to candy? Would love to know. And right now, ketones that I talk about on this page and that I see as the solution. I'm going to talk about how these are the absolute solution for candy cravings. They're on sale for Halloween, up to 31% off if you set up VIP, 25% store-wide regardless. Type the word Halloween in the comments. Type the word Halloween in the comments, and I will get you the link for the sale. So type Halloween, I'll get you the link for the sale, and you can check out all the discounts, and you can grab some ketones to get started with. If you're new and haven't drank any ketones yet, this is the best box to start with, or go pick a couple flavors that you think you'd love. If you've been drinking ketones for a while, you definitely want to get our Mitoplex on sale. You want to get some protein on sale. Radline, everything store-wide is on sale. So type Halloween in the comments, type Halloween, and I will get you the details. So, second reason that you have cravings like crazy is because the brain does not have the energy that it used to. You're eating the same foods, you're getting less energy out of them. Why is that? It's because the glucose doesn't get into the brain. The brain's trying to get it in, but it's insulin resistant and it can't accept that as fuel. Your brain accounts for about 5% of your overall body weight. 5 to 7% of your overall body weight. It's a pretty heavy organ up here. So 5%. So if let's say you're 150 pounds, 5% of that, your brain weighs 7 pounds. But your brain takes up 20 to 25% of your calories. So your brain to power it requires 25% of your caloric intake. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like proportionately, it takes way more. It's an energy dense thing. So let's think about it this way. Let's think about it this way. If your brain's not processing glucose and it's not getting fed, it's hungry. It says, I need food. Your brain generally is just hungry. So what does it do? It tells your body to get the sweetest thing possible. Why? If something is highly sweet, it's a very fast hit to the blood sugar. If I eat this, or if I eat this and it's loaded in sugar, I just realized that these little baby Snickers have like letters and you can spell out Snickers. And my kid's like, well, I have the S. So she's like trying to collect SNICKERS from all these little Snickers. Let's see. We got an E, S, R, N. Oh, she's close. What's this one? I, S, N, I. We need a C and a K. So your brain says eat this because it will spike that blood sugar as quickly as possible, and your brain has a chance of surviving. Your brain has a chance of getting energy. Now, I'm being a little bit dramatic in those terms, but it's actually the truth. That's why you're drawn to sweet things. That's why somebody that is generally overweight or diabetic or pre-diabetic only wants to eat sweets. They're just drawn to that because their brain thinks that's what it needs in order to survive. Okay. So if you understand what I'm saying, you're like, I've been there, type I've been there in the comments, type I've been there. Now, the interesting thing is, so it's twofold. One, it's that blood sugar roller coaster. We ate the candy, now we're crashing, and now the brain's like, you're going to die, so you eat more candy, and it creates this perpetual circle of insanity. Circle that is hard to break, right? That's the habit that we're always in. We're always hungry. I even think about it like if there was a donut in this room a year, like not 10 years ago, I wouldn't stop thinking about the donut. I wouldn't stop thinking about how I was going to go eat that donut. I'd literally be upstairs and be like, man, there's a donut that didn't get eaten yet. I need to go eat it. and I couldn't leave the house. Like it would just, I'd be drawn to it, right? If you can relate to that, type I can relate, type I can relate. Because that, like, it's a real thing. So what's the solution? What's the solution? Well, if you follow us long enough, you know, eating low carb, right? The more low carb that we eat, the more we prioritize protein, eat veggies, good healthy fats, the more we switch out of that sugar mode and the more we stabilize blood glucose levels, right? Intermittent fasting. My blood sugar levels are stable right now. I'm not spiking them with anything. They're going to be stable the rest of the day, especially if I break my fast with great options. Okay, what's another thing? Well, another thing is having great sleep, being less stressed, hydrating, right? Simple things like that. Now, the solution that I use every day and I've been helping people with for 9 years is ketones. Why? Here's the big thing with ketones. The biggest challenge with cravings is your brain. And if your brain is fed, then you don't have those cravings. So what's the fastest way to fuel the brain? Well, the brain operates on 2 fuel sources. One is ketones, one is glucose, 2 is ketones. Now, look at my shirt. It says weapons of mass destruction. This molecule is the actual molecular structure of a ketone. So when I drink this right here, beta hydroxybutyrate, you see it right there, is this. My brain knows how to use this. 2 fuel sources my brain can use. The first is glucose, comes when I eat this 3 Musketeers, requires insulin to get into the brain. I'm not, like most adults, are not great at processing glucose because they're insulin resistant of some sort as we age, or any sort of brain trauma or any sort of neurological challenges, not getting glucose to the brain. This molecule right here, straight to the brain, straight through the blood-brain barrier, instant brain fuel. So I can eat this and I'm challenged to get energy in my body once more and once more. Or I can drink this and guess what happens? I'm absorbing it into my system. This molecule goes to my brain. My brain is fed. When my brain is fed, my brain's no longer craving sugar. This also stabilizes blood sugar levels. So if blood sugar's like this, all of a sudden it's like this, and your brain says, hey, I'm good. Take a chill pill. I don't need to eat all that junk. I can have all of this candy in front of me, and I look at it and I have no desire to eat it. Why? It's because of this. So during the holiday season, what's my solution for all these cravings? It's just have this before any temptation. Drink this in the morning. If I know in the evening I'm going to have a candy craze, I'm going to drink some caffeine-free ketones. I will double up on my ketones every day. I'll have at least 2 each day over the next couple of weeks and not have the cravings, not have the desire, and I'll be able to crush it, right? And it works the same for you. So if you already have ketones, type what your favorite flavor is in the comments. Type what your favorite flavor. If you want the details on the Halloween sale for ketones right now, there's a special going on. It's kind of why I'm doing this live, to give you guys the opportunity to grab some. Type the word Halloween in the comments. Type the word Halloween. Store-wide, it's 25% off. If you're a VIP member or if you set up our VIP membership, which is just a subscription, a subscribe and save, you get 31% in honor of Halloween, which is huge. It's like $40 per box, over $40 that you're saving per box with this sale. So if you've ever thought about it, type Halloween in the comments. If you're already loving ketones, type Halloween in the comments. I'll make sure you have the link. And let's get ourselves locked and loaded and ready to go for the holidays, right? This is how we keep crushing it. And for those of you that want information on the Belly Burn, our iFast is available right now for the $99. You can buy that. You can get this at 31% off. It's a great time to go shopping and get stocked up. So at the end of the day, this is a tool in my tool belt, right? The ketones are a tool in my tool belt, which gives me the ability to make better decisions and the ability to play with this candy and not really care, right? Not really care. I do like Skittles, but I'm more like, oh, that tastes good. I'm not like, oh gosh, I gotta have Skittles, okay? Snickers, I mean, if I ate it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine, but I'm not looking at this feeling like I have to eat it, okay? This is pretty interesting. So type Halloween in the comments, type Halloween. I'll shoot you a message after this live. Take advantage of it. If you guys have questions about this stuff, let us know. I am using it like this. It's a tool. I drink it in the morning, and I'll have it again tonight so that I don't eat the candy the kids are eating tonight when they come home from their trick-or-treating, right? And we're just going to keep it super simple. So that's my 2 cents for the day. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Remember, keep it simple, keep it fun, keep it keto. We'll talk to you soon.